This week on Making Fantasy Characters My Entire Personality, we're transforming this thrifted incomplete lamp into something a little bit more meant to do that. Now, I've said this before and I will say it again. I love lamps. And do you know why I love lamps? Overhead lights make me stressy depressy. I get headaches pretty easily, and when I'm in a state of disarray, I swear I can see sounds and hear light. And they're both pretty mean.
Is that a mustache on your lip?
But I'm also no basic beige Becky.
This is my formal apology to all Beckys. I do not find you all basic and beige.
So it is time to make this lamp a little bit less found in the discount bin at Savers and a little bit more sassy forest troll. I both have some ideas and no idea what I'm doing. So let me grace your retinas with my inspo pictures. Now, I could try to make some sort of shade for this skeleton. I think this was intended for those stained glass or glass panels. I did thrift these two pieces separate, but I kind of dig this reclaimed by nature botanical Fairycore lamps that I've been seeing on Pinterest. I do have a lot of leftover supplies from my previous projects, which I will be linking down in the description and will also be in my DIY playlist. So I think we can work with what I have in my stash instead of going out and buying more crap. I did just buy some more crap for the next DIY, and I think if I try to do a bit more than what I'm showing you in these inspiration pictures, I'm gonna be biting off more than I can chew, because there's lots of other lamps that I love, like these right here, but they look a little bit harder, a little bit out of my skill level. Maybe I will try that in a future video. In fact, we have another lamp DIY on the list, so do not worry, we will be trying some other methods. I actually need to kind of spruce up my room to get it ready for my brand spanking new, not new DIY lamp. And I am actually due to change my bed sheets, which is actually quite convenient. I actually just received some sheets from Brooklinen, who is also today's sponsor. My longtime viewers will know that I've actually worked with Brooklinen in the past, and it was actually on another DIY video for my bedroom, and it was for this mirror. This time around, I got their luxe bedding bundle. I got the cream sheets, this beautiful basil green duvet cover, and I've kind of been into like the mismatchy style lately, since it goes with my eclectic Fairycore aesthetic. So I got the garden patchwork pillowcases. Brooklinen is a luxury sheet company that believes that people deserve simple, beautiful home essentials for a fair price. And these sheets are incredibly soft, and I am not exaggerating when I say that you feel like you're floating in a cloud. I have pretty bad sensory issues when it comes to the textures of fabrics, especially when I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I cannot stand flannel sheets and anything that pills over time. So I'm very picky when it comes to my sheets. She's got expensive taste. These have the luxury feel, but at a fair price, and they're gonna last a long time since they're high quality. No pilling with the different bundles they offer. You can mix and match between 20 or more different colors and patterns to fit your specific aesthetic if you are like me and you have very particular taste. And by bundling, you save up to 25%, which includes the core sheet set, a duvet cover, and an extra set of pillowcases. However, if you would like to save a little bit more, you can use my discount code to get $20 off your order of $100 or more. So be sure to click that link in the description or in the pinned comment if you would like to experience luxury sheets and get the best night's sleep of your life, or just be really comfortable as you lay awake at night with your chronic insomnia. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm gonna get these babies on this bed. Just pretend I did that with fairy magic, not with the power of editing. So I'm going to attempt to redeem myself with a duvet cover this time by doing it the correct way, or one of the correct ways. So what I was told to do is to turn the duvet cover inside out and hold the top, and then take the, what did I just do? Oh my God. Okay, corner. I'm guessing some duvets have like the little loops to loop this into. Mine does. Should I do it the correct way and actually loop it in? Nah. Okay, maybe I do need to loop it. Okay, and then, see, it looked a lot easier on TikTok. Oh yeah, you stick your hands inside. Yeah. Okay, now I remember. You stick your hands inside, the inside out, and grab the corner, and then bibbity bobbity, it's done. Not really, you have to adjust it. Yeah, I'd say that's much easier than the way I did it the first time. Is it more fun? You be the judge.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, so for the lamp, I have a bunch of leftover materials from my fairy shoes and fairy wings and mirror that I made last year. So I think what I'm gonna do is definitely go for that reclaimed nature-y look. I might use the flowers that were left over from my fairy shoes. I still have tons of moss left. So my idea is maybe I'm just gonna use the skeleton of the lamp and cover the bits and bobs, and then on like the round bits, I'm gonna put flowers. I actually was thinking that the leftover twine with the leaves that I used on my fairy shoes, I could just pull it apart and just use like the leaf part. I'm trying not to spend more money on this project. I'm trying to use what I have, which has always been like my goal with these projects since I have so much crap, but I inevitably end up buying something. So for this one, I don't wanna buy anything. Okay, so the first thing that I decided to do was take off all these little tabby bits that I do not need once I start gluing crap on, because these are meant to stabilize the pieces of glass that are inserted in these panels, and I do not need that. And they're also awkward shapes, and I don't really know how to make them look more organic. So I used my unresolved anger issues to rip these off with some pliers. The rest of the steps for this thrift flip will not require a lot of voiceover, because honestly, all I was really doing was just gluing crap to the actual skeleton of this lampshade. The only thing I would note is if you're using a hot glue gun like me, just be careful not to burn your little fingertips off, unless you would like to commit a crime and not have fingerprint. I'm joking, don't actually do that. Yeah, so there's no real technique here. I just spread glue all over little sections and then just tossed some moss on it. That kind of rhymed, tossed the moss. And basically when the glue was still kind of tacky but not scalding hot, I would use my fingers to kind of smush it around. And I would try to kind of like wrap it around the metal pieces, but obviously it wouldn't go all the way around. So in later portions, you'll see me kind of touching it up and adding more moss to the bald spots. A moss toupee, if you will. And yeah, that's really the crux of it. You just glue stuff at your heart's content, as you see fit, as it looks good. It's very an intuitive process. It is something that you can zone out and disassociate to, or just put on a podcast and listen to, you know, history or entertainment news, whatever the heck tickles your pickle. That sounds weird. Yeah, so just, it's a nice therapeutic process. As I've mentioned in the past, I am a fan of the video essay or the podcast. So if you'd like any recommendations, let me know. I have my faves. I am very partial to archaeology myself, but sometimes I dabble in the sciences. Don't be fooled. I am still a complete blithering idiot, but I like to pretend that I am intelligent by listening to intelligent people talk. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I just, for several days, just worked my way through this lampshade skeleton thing and just glued stuff on until I liked it. And that is it. Sometimes I had to give the moss a little bit of a haircut because I didn't like how mossy hairy it looked. And I also kind of went over it a little bit with some paint because I don't know about you, but this moss is a little bit too artificial green looking. So I went over it with a little bit of a dull green acrylic paint that I mixed up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the lamp is done. I mistakenly thought that this was going to be a super quick, easy project, but as it turns out, gluing a crap ton of moss to a lampshade takes a lot of time. It's a very tedious process, but I think it's pretty worth it. I wouldn't say this is my best craft ever, but it's definitely not my worst. But you wouldn't know that because you've never seen my worst, because I did not post it. All right, I know you guys are like, get on with it. Show us the lamp already. And here she is. Isn't she beautiful? She definitely matches my fairy shoes. Very mossy, very floral. And as you can see, I also added some butterflies and a moth. They're on opposite sides. It doesn't quite line up with the layout of the room a little bit. I should have really thought about the placement a little bit better, but you know what? It's still cute. I could probably take them off and re-glue them, but who cares? And the best part is I can even remove this lampshade if I tire of it. It's pretty easy just to screw off the top and take it off. The two didn't come together, so I can always get another skeleton or another shade and swap it out whenever I'm feeling a bit restless. So I think it works. And for now, it totally goes with my vibe, the storybook fairy tale aesthetic mixed with cottage core. Just a side note, if you do decide to do any kind of lamp DIY, make sure you use an LED bulb, the kind that do not heat up. That is not the one I am currently using. That one is just there temporarily to show you the results. It will be coming out of the lamp soon enough, and I will be going to buy a safer bulb because we do not want to, now say it with me kids, we do not want to set our house on fire. The next lamp that we will be doing is going to be a little bit different, but still in the botanical Fairycore theme. I'm going to try to tackle a flower standing lamp, like turning my ugly Target lamp, just standing lamp that I've had for years, into a giant flower. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna tackle that next month, because I have a lot on the schedule for this month and I'm preparing for a run fair. So yeah, we are going to be doing another craft next week, so keep an eye out for that. And we have another special surprise next week as well, so make sure you are keeping an eye on the channel. In fact, make sure you are subscribed and make sure you hit the bell notification. God, I can talk. And also be sure to hit like on this video and comment down below just anything you want. I don't really care, because interaction really helps with the reach. The more this video gets out there, the more possible opportunities there might be in the future, especially since this is a sponsored video and your girl needs her paycheck. Speaking of sponsor, make sure you guys check out Brooklinen and make sure you use my coupon code if you're planning on buying yourself a fancy new pair of sheets or a luxe bundle. I got to sleep on my sheets for a few nights and they were fantastic. I was actually sick. I had the stomach flu for one of the nights, and I very much enjoyed having soft, comfy sheets to be in because I was already miserable. So thank you, Brooklinen, for that. That was great. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one very, very soon. We're gonna have a lot of fun.